So here we have an IKEA oven that's developed a problem with the thermostat. Basically what seems to happen is when you switch the oven on and then set the temperature, it doesn't actually cut out. Once it reaches the temperature, it basically just keeps heating and heating and heating. So you end up burning your food. So what we're going to try and do in this video is replace the thermostat and see if that fixes the issue. So please excuse the mess inside, which is the cremated remains of a previous meal. In order to get this thing out, we need to remove two screws here that are holding it onto the kitchen top, and then it's probably quite useful to remove the door, which you can do by lifting these clips up and then basically lifting the door up to remove the door. Also, of course, we're going to cut the power, and then we're going to attempt to remove this thing here at the back once we've got the case and stuff open, which we'll go into next. So yeah, let's crack on with that. Okay, so now we've got the oven removed. So next step is to start taking all the covers off. So we'll start by pulling all of these knobs off, and then basically we're going to take this panel off using the two screws on top, and then we're going to take this one off here. Again, there's another two screws and I think one at the back, and then I think we're probably going to have to maybe take this cover off, and then finally at the back of the cooker there's a couple more screws just holding this back panel, which I think we'll need to get off so that we can get the thermostat out. So yeah, let's get on with that. Okay, so here we have the cover removed, which reveals most of the internals. So this is the thermostat here, and obviously just to undo it, we're going to undo the two screws here. Here we have the two wires basically coming in, which just basically switches the heating on and off based on the temperature. And this wire here is the temperature sensor. And if you follow this all the way around, all the wiring kind of goes through here, and it normally pops out the back. But what I did here was basically lift this panel up, so, and then basically to reveal the wires, and then pulled them through, because as you can see, the temperature wire, which is this one, is kind of cable tied in, so we're going to have to cut all of those in order to loosen that. And then basically inside, which I'm not sure you're going to see at the back, the temperature thing there is just kind of clipped in, so we're just going to unclip that and then pull it through. So here's the old and the new thermostat together. Interestingly, when I tried removing the old one, which is this one here, the actual temperature part of it snapped off. As you can see, it should have been attached to that. So this might have actually been the failure on this, explaining why the temperature wasn't working anymore, given that if this was broken, then obviously it wouldn't be able to heat this cable that was actually going back to this. So yeah, and here's the new one, which hopefully is going to be the same. This one is marked as is an NT 253 is the part number. It has a temperature range of 35 to 270, and the original is also a 253, but you can see it has a slightly different temperature range, but hopefully that shouldn't make too much difference. But other than that, they kind of look the same. So yeah, let's stick this one in, which is basically a reversal of taking the old one out, and let's see if this fixes the issue. So the oven's all back together, and I'm just giving it a test now. The only thing that I noticed as I was putting it back together was that the knob, when I put it back on, was actually upside down, because the replacement I bought was keyed slightly differently. It's about 180 degrees out, so when you put the knob on from the kind of 0 degrees position, it was actually down here. So what I had to do was modify the knob so that it could fit properly by basically just cutting some bits out inside, just so it could slot in upside down instead. But yeah, other than that, I mean, the temperature seems to be working now, so as the oven heats up, it will turn off at the right temperature. So yeah, I hope you found this useful, and thanks for watching.